What is poppin', YouTube world and family and my fellow subscribers? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, but you already know that because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys, like I said, for watching. Be sure to smash this like button right now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos on here weekly, and I will share every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Man, I gotta tell you, this past week, I watched that whole Monday Night Football game between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers, and I gotta tell you, that was ugly for Cleveland. Now again, I was high on the 49ers. I told you guys in the offseason, the 49ers would win at least 10 games. I said that. I was high on the 49ers. But man, they made the 49ers look like an elite team. That was bad. Cleveland only scored 3 points on offense. Their offensive line struggled mightily. The Cleveland Browns offensive line is terrible. They cannot block anyone. The Cleveland Browns have just underwhelmed me and unimpressed me this entire year. Now, before I get into the main topic of this video, which is the Cleveland Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield, I want to get into why I think the Cleveland Browns should actually be really concerned with Baker Mayfield, and why I'm concerned with Baker Mayfield and why he's struggling. But before I do get into that, is the Cleveland Browns season over? No, it's not. Okay, they're 2-3. I get it. I get that they had their worst loss of the season. But again, I'm not out on the Cleveland Browns. I'm not quite out on them, because their division is the worst in football right now. No one is going to run away with this division. Cincinnati is a terrible football team. The Baltimore Ravens are a model of inconsistency. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be without Mason Rudolph. They were without Big Ben Roethlisberger, okay? They're down to their third-string quarterback ultimately. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been riddled with injuries. They're inconsistent. No one is going to run away with this division. This is the worst division in football right now. The Cleveland Browns have a chance to still win this division. If they can get that win versus Seattle this week at home, they have a shot to win this division. They have a shot to sneak into the playoffs. They have a shot at 9 wins. I do think Cleveland is too talented to finish below 500, so I'm not going to rule this out. But again, they need to win that game versus Seattle. If they lose that game versus Seattle, I might be out on the Cleveland Browns. Okay, because up next they got the Patriots and they have the Denver Broncos on the road. Okay. But then after that, if they get past that Seattle Seahawks game, okay, if they beat the Denver Broncos, after that, they get the Bills at home, the Steelers at home, the Steelers again on the road, they get the Dolphins, they get the Bengals twice, the Cardinals, and the Ravens once again. The Cleveland Browns control their destiny. Their season's not quite over, okay? So I'm not totally out on Cleveland. But getting to the main point, man, I gotta tell you, Baker Mayfield is struggling. Baker Mayfield has not impressed me this year at all. He's been bad this year. He is one of the big reasons why the Cleveland Browns have just not been that good this year, why they've underperformed this year. Baker Mayfield has put up stats that points to that he's a backup quarterback this year. Now again, is Baker Mayfield a backup quarterback? No, he is not. I am one of the guys that was high on Baker Mayfield. I was high on him this offseason. In the offseason, I actually said he was the 4th best young quarterback in all football. I said the only 4 young quarterbacks I would take over Baker Mayfield heading into the season was Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, and Carson Wentz, in no particular order, okay? So I was high on Mayfield. So before you Cleveland fans start type saying, oh, you're a Baker Mayfield hater. No, I'm not. I like the guy Baker Mayfield. I said Baker Mayfield should be taking #1 overall in his draft. I said Baker Mayfield was that good, okay? But this year, Baker Mayfield has played like a backup quarterback. He's played awful. He's played bad. 56% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in 5 games, a 68 passer rating, a quarterback QBR on the scale of 0 to 100 of 29.8. Are you kidding me? Baker Mayfield has played like a backup quarterback this year. He's played awful. And overall, I'm just concerned about Baker Mayfield because I think he's regressing. I don't think he's getting any better. I think he's regressing. And the one thing that made Baker Mayfield so good, the one thing that actually got him drafted, the one thing that Baker Mayfield has as a strength is he's an accurate thrower of the football. That's the thing that got him drafted. That's what scouts were so high on. That is the biggest reason why he got drafted #1 overall to the Cleveland Browns. This was a guy in college that was deadly accurate. This is a guy in college that did not turn the football over. This is a guy in his rookie year that completed well over 60% of his passes. This is a guy that was an efficient passer, that was an accurate quarterback. One thing you could say about Baker Mayfield last year was he was an accurate quarterback. Now he's not even accurate anymore. He's completing 55% of his passes this year. 56% completion percentage, okay? And he's not the best athlete in the world. Baker Mayfield's a good athlete, but he's nowhere near Deshaun Watson or Cam Newton or Lamar Jackson or heck, even Aaron Rodgers type level athletic, okay? So he's not the best athlete, okay? So what do you need to be if you're a 5'11", 6 foot, maybe 6'1" quarterback? What you need to be is accurate. The reason why Drew Brees got drafted was because he was an accurate quarterback. There's a reason Russell Wilson got drafted out of college. He was an accurate quarterback. There's a reason Kyler Murray got drafted. He was an accurate quarterback. If Baker Mayfield is no longer an accurate quarterback, okay, if he's putting up these numbers, a 68 passer rating, 8 interceptions, 29 QBR on a scale of 0 to 100, which is absolutely awful for a full season, okay? That's a backup quarterback. A 5'10", maybe 6 foot quarterback that's not accurate is a backup quarterback. Heck, that might not even be a starting quarterback, okay? I'm just being real with you guys. If Baker Mayfield does not turn this around, he will be a backup quarterback in a couple years. It's sad to me. I feel bad for the guy because he's struggling mightily. I don't think Baker Mayfield has been put in position to succeed fully. The offensive line for Cleveland is terrible. Houston no longer has the worst offensive line in football. That belongs to the Cleveland Browns. This Cleveland Browns team cannot block players up front. They just cannot do it. Even versus the New York Jets, who don't have a very good pass rush. I watched that whole game. They at times struggle to block the New York Jets defensive line. The Cleveland Browns offensive line is terrible. It's not good. And Freddie Kitchens, he continues to underwhelm me as an offensive play caller and head coach. Now again, can Freddie Kitchens get better? Yes, he's a rookie head coach. But again, I haven't seen the flashes. Running the football on 4th and 9 in a primetime game? Are you kidding me? First of all, why are you running the ball on 4th and 9 anyway? And why are you going for it to run a draw play on 4th and 9 anyway? That's terrible. Okay, Freddie Kitchens has not impressed me as a head coach this year. This team is undisciplined. This team is not where it needs to be. This is a team that is constantly penalized. This is a team that I look at as far as an offensive and defensive game plan week to week is not consistently prepared to succeed and win football games. Freddie Kitchens needs to do a better job of establishing a culture in Cleveland. So I feel bad for Mayfield because I don't think he's set to succeed this year. But I will say this about Baker Mayfield. At Oklahoma, he was accurate. He was a great decision maker. He didn't turn the football over. That's what he did at Oklahoma. That was his strength. The fact that he was an accurate quarterback that barely turned the football over. But in his 18 career starts in the NFL, he's been nothing but a turnover machine. He's been nothing but it. 22 interceptions, 10 fumbles, 26 total turnovers in 18 career games started and played, okay? In 18 career games that Baker Mayfield has played in, he has 26 turnovers, 22 interceptions, and 2 fumbles, okay? And 4 of them lost, okay? That's not a good quarterback. Look, if you turn the ball over consistently like that, it gives me reason to believe they are going to continue that trend. And Baker Mayfield, his rookie year, he was sensational. He had 27 touchdown passes. Rookie quarterback record, okay? Great players rookie year. But one thing Baker Mayfield did do last year was he turned the football over a lot, okay? And in his second season, he's turning the football over at an alarming rate. It's just not good. And like I said, Baker Mayfield is continuing to regress. If he's not getting any better, what it seems to me is that Baker Mayfield, he hasn't gotten any better. He stayed the same. In fact, he's gotten worse. The numbers suggest that Baker Mayfield has gotten worse. It shows that he's a backup quarterback. Now again, is Baker Mayfield a backup quarterback? No, he's not. He's far from that. But if he continues on this trend, you best believe that he's going to be a backup quarterback. What makes great quarterbacks is that these quarterbacks that are great improve every offseason. Now, I'm not questioning Baker Mayfield's work ethic. I'm not doing that. I'm not questioning, did he work out this summer? Did he throw footballs this summer? Of course Baker Mayfield did that. If he didn't do that, well, he shouldn't be playing in the NFL. Baker Mayfield obviously worked on his game in the offseason. But how much? Is he doing the right amount of work? Is he all in on football? Because every time I watch these Cleveland Browns games, you know who I see on the TV screen, not on the football field? I see Baker Mayfield in commercials. Every time I look up, I see a Baker Mayfield commercial. I say, wow, Baker Mayfield, that's a great commercial right there. Oh, Baker Mayfield in the commercial again. Wow, that's Baker Mayfield in a commercial again. He's not throwing footballs. He's acting with his wife. He's in a commercial. Again, these are great commercials. I see Baker Mayfield, but again, I get the sense that, look, I get that you want to build your brand, but if you're not winning football games, if you're not producing on the field, if you're not putting up great stats, the off the field, my brand is this, my brand is that, look at me in this commercial, that's not a good look. It's not. It's just not. And again, I've actually been in a commercial before. I actually have, okay? I have. I've been in a commercial before. And it takes time to record that commercial. It takes time to get everything right, okay? I've been in a commercial before, okay? It takes time. So, the amount of time Baker Mayfield was spending doing all those commercials, it had to have taken away from his football. It had to have taken away from the time he was working out. It had to be taken away from the time that he was lifting weights or working on his football mechanics or working on throwing the football or watching and breaking down film. I mean, a commercial takes time. I don't think people realize that commercials just don't happen out the blue. It takes time to get a commercial right. It takes time to get the whole commercial and concept right. It takes time. And the amount of time Baker Mayfield could have been probably spending throwing footballs and, working on his game, he was making commercials. And that's not a good look, especially when you play this badly. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, I don't care how many commercials he's making. He balls on Sundays. I don't care how many commercials Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson are making. They ball on Sundays. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Heck, I don't even see half those quarterbacks that I just mentioned in commercials. The only two that I mentioned is Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. They did a commercial together. It was a great commercial. I don't see the elite quarterbacks all the time in commercials. I didn't see Peyton Manning in commercials until after football. The only time I saw Peyton Manning in commercials, was after he retired. I saw the Papa John's commercials kind of after he retired, not really when he was playing, okay? So it's great to build your brand, but is Baker Mayfield all in as far as football goes? I don't know, okay? And again, I believe the Cleveland Browns will turn this around. I believe that Baker Mayfield will get better. I believe Baker Mayfield's going to turn it around. But this year is just bad. He's playing like a backup quarterback this year. And if I'm the Cleveland Browns, if that's my franchise quarterback, if he can't get better with Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, all these great weapons I have, I worry. Because this is the guy that I invested the #1 overall pick into. This is a guy that I don't know if he can get any better if he's continuing to regress like this. So again, I won't say that I am super worried about Baker Mayfield, but if I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, if he doesn't start balling out, if he doesn't start turning it around, if he continues to turn the football over like he is this year, I'm going to be concerned about Baker Mayfield long term. And again, if your quarterback is putting up 55% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a 68 passer rating, a 29 QBR on a scale of 0 to 100, that's not a franchise quarterback. That's a backup quarterback, and that is not going to get the job done on Sundays. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.